I've always been involved with 3D animation. In fact, I was actually going to start a company called Create Me.
Sales Ascenders! What's up, Sales Ascenders? You're in the right place. Chris here. We get to talk about another Sales Ascender Spotlight series. Today is going to be fun. The most important thing we can focus on is connection with our prospects, connection with our customers, and keeping a personable experience both before the sale and also after the sale is crucial to growing all of our businesses. We're going to be talking about all that today together with our Spotlight member, which is why exactly we need to meet him right now. Joe, how's it going, man?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about yourself, Chris?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready to talk with you today and beat up this topic because all of us business owners and fellow sales ascenders are working on our businesses, thinking about them probably 24/7 or at least more than we care to admit, and creating an experience of how we deliver our product, how we deliver our service, keeping it personable, not just for our customers, but also so we stay connected to our business as well, enjoying the process. You have a great tool and a great way that you bring that to life. You make that happen. Before we get into it, let's get to know Joe a little bit more. So if you could just introduce yourself and how did you get started on your entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, hey everyone, my name is Joe George. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm the digital innovator and brains behind Cubitize. One such product that we actually advertise on our website is called 3D Chat Buddy. And the way I got started in this was I've always been found with technology ever since I was young, a ripe age of 18 years old. I actually found a hack to install a Garmin GPS system on my Nokia phone for free. So that's where it all started. Until this day, Chris, I don't know if that moment was more memorable than my high school graduation date, but I'll let you guys get a judge on that.
That's a funny comment. Like, it's awesome that you're comparing that to graduation. What made it so memorable for you?
Well, it was so memorable because no one was able to figure out that hack but me. And I didn't want to spend $500 on a Garmin GPS system. I just didn't have the money at the time because I didn't have a full-time job or even a part-time job. So I really wanted to crack the code. I spent 3 restless nights and I finally found a way to install that Garmin system on my Nokia phone, which gave me access to all the maps, not just domestic, but international as well too, for free. So it felt very empowering. It felt like, I accomplished something big at that time.
Big accomplishment, empowering. You're like this. Okay, cool. Now I'm connecting a little bit more to that. That's awesome. So then after that, you graduated.
Exactly. After I graduated, went to college. I have an accounting degree. So I learned everything all on my own. So after, I graduated from college, I worked at a big 4 company called Ernst & Young for a couple years. I didn't really like that lifestyle because I was working 90 hours a week and I wasn't getting paid overtime. So I wanted just to call the quits because I didn't want to just do this the rest of my life. Otherwise, I was just going to commit suicide. So I quit my job and I just started to just learn all this stuff on my own. I spent the next 2-3 years researching extensively to see what kind of hole there is in the market to solve. And what I've discovered, Chris, was that between 70 to 96% of website visitors, when they leave your website, they're never going to come back. It's so sad. And so I wanted to find a fix, right? I wanted to see if there would be a way in which we can provide some form of transparency to at least let the business owner know why these website visitors are leaving and why they're not coming back. So I've always been involved with 3D animation. In fact, I was actually going to start a company called Create Me. And this company was all about creating personalized 3D emojis. So you take a picture of yourself and you can send this emoji via text message to your contacts. And this emoji can come into animation. So it can, wave hi to you. It can flick you off if it just doesn't like one of the comments. It can do all sorts of things, but the development cost was just really expensive. And so I decided not to do it just because I didn't have the capital to get started. And so I met my marketing friend online and he advised me, Joe, you've always been so found in technology and 3D animation. Why don't you pair that with some form of a chatbot? Because the chatbot would be your best avenue to fill that hole in the marketplace. and give at least some business owners some transparency as to why visitors are leaving their website and not coming back. So that was my big aha moment. And then in 2018, I met with some developers and they were able to create 3D Chat Buddy for me. And we launched early of 2020. That's when we actually launched the app.
Wow. It's crazy how you have like kind of two different skill sets, ideas, and usually good and great ideas are really the blend of kind of two different like lingering talents and interests and passions. And so that's exactly what's happened to you here. That said, I'd love for people to see this a little bit. So it's like 3D chatbot. When I hear that and they're like, oh, if we're flicking somebody off or waving hi, what exactly does this experience look like? And just to give you guys a little idea, you can see here in the kind of the bottom right hand corner. In fact, let's go to this one, give you a little bit bigger view. The 3D chatbot. Walk us through this a little bit, Joe.
Yeah, before we get started, you might want to refresh the page because it actually auto plays on the background on silent mode. So he's done doing his play. So just refresh the page so that you can restart the animation on that avatar.
Yeah, you can see that it's kind of moving here.
Right.
And
So
now he's
yeah,
talking to me. There we go. Sorry, I gotta like kill the sound, or I'm gonna hear you and him in my headset.
no worries.
Yeah, go ahead. Walk us through this.
Okay. So in a nutshell, guys, if you're looking for a way to increase sales, conversions, customer satisfaction, all on autopilot 24/7, as well as get some form of transparency as to why visitors are leaving your website and never coming back, then you should really look into 3D Chat Buddy. So 3D Chat Buddy is your own virtual assistant bot. In fact, it comes in 4 different flavors. So the first flavor is a marketing assistant bot. If you are an affiliate marketer, uh, an e-commerce drop shipper, just selling a product or service, and you want to give your customers a discount or a coupon in exchange for their email, their name, their address. It's a perfect lead generation bot, right? So it can be used in that fashion. That's when the marketing assistant bot will come into play. It'll offer a discount in exchange for an email. Plus, you can guide visitors to any part of your website using that bot. So if you want to send them directly to the checkout page, your testimonials, maybe your bestseller, this would be the bot that you should use. The other flavor is the virtual assistant bot. And this bot is, think of it as like a Q&A session, right? So if somebody has a question about your product, your prices, whatever, that's when that bot is going to come into play and answer their questions accordingly. It's best used for frequently asked questions. So what you do is you just pre-configure the bot with frequently asked questions, and then it's going to go ahead and spit out an automated response. All right. The third flavor is the artificial intelligence. This one can get kind of funny because if visitors want to interact with the chatbot on a more personal level, just to make them like your website and whatever you're offering even more, this would be more relevant in that use case. So think of it as like an Amazon Alexa or Apple Siri, where the visitor can ask the bot any question like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite movie? And the bot will get really clever and smart and give out some pretty funny responses. So
Like Hey Google or Siri or something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's
So
just there. Yeah,
go ahead.
It's just there just to establish rapport and to make the conversation more fun and personable at the end of the day.
Well, I think that's a key word that you mentioned, personable. And I know we've started this conversation with some of that theme and framework. And here's the thing, like something that caught my attention is when we're on a site, we've all kind of seen these, chat bots pop up like, oh, you need help or you need support, looking for anything. But a couple things. One, you can obviously just have like an avatar pop up and talk. But I know that you also talk through the ability of it being one of us. So if you're an influencer, coach, course creator, whoever, imagine going, or just if you're a customer, imagine going to, your favorite SaaS or other, website. You're going to purchase a product, and the owner actually kind of greeted you and asked you a couple questions. Couple things. As business owners, as marketers, what are we doing? It's further branding. It's another touch point. You're continuing to build the know, like, and trust. this is, and I don't see a ton of this, out there. So I think um, another way to look at this, I think, is powerful is we create little videos all over that content all over the place: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, talking on Clubhouse, wherever the hot places to go right now, right? All that is our megaphone getting our message out there. This is just another video. This is just another place to put a video. And obviously there's, as you're alluding to, Joe, there's AI and there's a couple other things to it that really enhance the experience for the prospect and or existing customer, and build some of that like personalization.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it any better than you, Chris. That's exactly what it does in a nutshell, guys. That's what 3D Chat Buddy can do. And what's really cool about this is that if you don't like the caricatures because it just doesn't fit your business model, you can go ahead and record yourself. So you can actually be the avatar. You just have to have a green screen. And so the first thing that your visitors will see is actually you talking, not like a fake avatar caricature talking to you, talking to your audience. And one other thing that I forgot to mention is that that fourth flavor, we're in the process of launching a live chat option. So if for whatever reason the chatbot cannot answer any of your visitors' questions, you or a real live human being, virtual agent, will step in and go ahead and answer their questions accordingly right on the spot. So we plan on launching that April of 2021.
That's awesome. Really powerful. And there's just some more examples here, different avatars. And I can only imagine if someone, if there's not like a particular avatar that they see or connect with. I mean, can you only imagine if someone films themselves in this actual superhero outfit and costume? If you want attention, I'm just saying, if I go to a site and I see the owner dressed up in a superhero costume, I'm gonna stay on the site a little bit longer.
There you go.
I don't know if any of your customers have already done that, but
They're not thinking outside the box like
not yet.
you. Maybe they should consider that because their bounce rates are going to be significantly lower if you take your.
Yes, I have to start my new website agency consulting, which is basically just wear a costume and then go talk to Joe.
Yeah.
um, Got to work on some of my deliverables. Anyway, that's awesome, man. Yeah, just wanted people to be able to see and kind of experience roughly the concept, the idea. As business owners, we're constantly looking for how to build an experience of how we deliver our product and service and make connection, real connection. We've all seen the just the rough ads, right? And you guys, as more people are coming on and watching this, comment, share some of your experiences of going to a website, or like the messages that you get or the cold emails that you get. How does that make you feel? What kind of experience is that? And especially when it comes to Joe, the bots, when it comes to AI, having AI and a personable experience is like a juxtaposition, or whatever the right word is. Like, it's the opposite of, so how do you really kind of start pulling the best of both worlds and create kind of this scalable leveraged output? So really cool. um, we're all business owners. Run us through the back end. What are some of the numbers? What are some of the results? What are some of the outputs we can expect from using this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a conservative person, so I don't want to give you an outrageous number because I'm just not like that. So you can expect, if you use 3D Chat Buddy, for your conversions to at least double on your landing page. Now, you can have probably one of the ugliest looking websites in the world, but I think what's really going to get somebody's attention is this animation. And what's really cool is that I don't know if you noticed on Chris's screen, but there's a shake effect animation. So it's minimized, right? And it's moving in a circular motion to get your attention in a non-intrusive way. So when someone clicks that, they're going to see the bot playing in the background on silent mode. We did that on purpose because we don't want to be intrusive, right? No one likes those pop-ups that come up on your screen every so often. And so we did it like that so that we can get somebody to organically get interested in wanting to find out some more information on what this bot can actually do. So as far as the numbers go, we expect it to convert at least 2 times right? Even if you have an ugly looking website, it doesn't matter. Okay. What else do you want to know? Like in terms of like sales
Well,
growth?
so something I'd be curious to know is like when it comes to maybe like setting this up or implementing it, what are some of the pain points, right? Because is it just kind of another, when it gets to that point, it's like, it's just another like task to do, thing to do. So it's like it's clearly like more attention, like doubling the attention. Like that's interesting. Um, if we're just using the avatar, what does that piece kind of look like?
So in terms of just getting everything set up, like what is
Yeah.
the learning curve, the training? So basically, we are a pure 100% SaaS-based company. So what that means is that we actually build the chatbot for you. All you need to do is just go on a specific page. We call it the new request form. And what you do is you go ahead and fill out what exactly you want your chatbot to do. You pick your avatar, you go ahead and put your website link, what type of language do you want it to speak in Spanish, English, German. So you fill this form out. You go ahead and pick your chat script as well too. We have more than 100 chat scripts in place to get you started. You pick your chat script, and then from that point forward, we go ahead and use that information to build your chatbot. Once we build your chatbot, we send you a snippet of code via email, and that code can pretty much be installed on any platform: WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, Shopify, ClickFunnels, GrooveFunnels, the whole 9 yards. So that's how the process works from start to finish. We wanted to design it like that because we didn't want the learning curve to be too steep and have you guys read lengthy tutorials and watch boring videos, only later to come to find out that you guys are completely lost and you can't do this all on your own. So we're doing all of the heavy lifting for you, in other words.
Can more than one person be on there?
What do you mean?
So like we just see one avatar that's there. Like, what if if there's two people on there? So if there's like Sean and I,
Oh,
has
well,
anyone ever done that yet?
not yet, and that's a brilliant idea. But I want to caution you on that because if there's two people on it, I mean, if you look at the chatbot on my website, you're going to see it takes about maybe less than a quarter of space on the right hand corner. So if you have two people, right, it might take about half of your website, and then you got to also take into consideration mobile devices. So if somebody's, I mean, the avatar will pretty much with the avatar
Hmm.
in the chat box itself, it takes about 85% of the real estate on a mobile device. Now, if you don't like that avatar, there's an option to turn it off. So if you just want a plain vanilla chat box, I'm not talking about a chat bot, but a chat box, just the box itself.
Yeah, with the text. Yep.
Exactly, where people can have just a normal conversation with the bot behind the scenes, then we can go ahead and deploy that for you. But to answer your question, it's not possible now. We will take that feedback into consideration, but I'm not sure if it's going to be viable just because it might take too much real estate on your website.
I could totally see that. And I guess if you made the people smaller, then there's a point to where you're like, it just the people are too small. So I was just curious if people have asked that. I don't know, but popped into my head when we were talking about this. So
What you could do though, what you could do is that you can be on the homepage, for example, and then we can get Sean or Hannah or anyone else that's working for you and put them on the pricing page of your website or the services page.
hmm.
You can customize the chatbot for every single page that you have on your website. You can actually change it. So if you want the Superman character to be on the first page, the homepage, and you want a dentist avatar to be on the services page, we can go ahead and do that. I don't know why you would want something like that, but if you really want to get clever and think outside the box, yeah, we can make it that. We can
J-
keep it that.
just just curious, like everyone listening, just type yes in the comments if you like this idea. It'd be interesting because like ClickFunnels, like going through the funnel, you see one of the founders or whatever in the beginning, and then as on the purchase page, the thank you page, when the next step is onboarding, you
Mm-hmm.
meet like it's like, oh hi, I'm Hannah. I'll be and it's the copy says like, okay great, you'll be getting an email from Hannah. Here's your next steps. Like, hey, I'm Hannah. I'll be working with you, and like you literally like see the person kind of welcoming and doing. Obviously you can just put a video in there, but if you're able to like have that person kind of talk and then ask a couple questions that we all do this in our businesses. There's always process. We got Todd saying yes. Hey, thanks, Todd. Um, it'd be interesting to have that type of again. It's I always come back to experience.
Mhm.
How are we creating connection with people? How are we making real connection with people? And if you're just got the checkout page, oh wait, I forgot what I was supposed to do next. What am I supposed to do next? And you always get that question, like your AI, like boom, it could just answer, but it feels like you already talked to Hannah, you met Hannah, and Hannah's answering you. It's
There,
interesting. I don't
there
know.
you go. Yeah, it's customizable to that extent. So you can literally put the chatbot on any page of your website. If you have a membership
Mm.
portal, right, you can put it within that membership portal so that nobody sees the chatbot until they actually buy your product or service and they actually log in to the portal page, and then they can go ahead and see the chatbot introducing itself to your audience.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Cool. That's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Um, right on, man. Cool. Is there what else, what are some like best practices when it comes to managing the conversation in the text part of the bot, or it's not the bot but the box you were saying?
Yeah, I always believe in the KISS method. My definition of it is keep it short and simple. I know everyone has their own variants to that, but mine is keep
Yeah.
it short and simple.
The other one's a
Just
little more derogatory. This one is
yeah,
just, it's more clear.
yeah. So yeah, just try to keep the dialogue as simple as possible. Don't crowd it with too much information. There's a lot you can do with the chatbot, right? You can incorporate the marketing system bot with the virtual assistant bot with the artificial intelligence bot all in one like session, but that might be a little bit too overwhelming. So what we recommend is like maybe just pairing the marketing assistant bot with the virtual assistant bot. What do I mean? So maybe you want to just ask in the beginning, like, what is their name? Would you be interested in a 20% discount? And if so, what is your email, just so that you can collect that lead. And then once you get that information, you don't want to leave them hanging, right? They might have some questions about your website, products, and services. So that's where the virtual assistant bot will kick in and come into play. And as a last resort, that bot will just be active and it'll go ahead and answer any questions your visitors may have on your website. Like, now you just connected to the virtual assistant bot. Do you have any questions for me? And the visitor will say, yes. How much is your product? And then the virtual assistant bot will say, oh, it costs whatever, $100, so on and so forth. And if there's not a question that the bot cannot that can answer, then in April of 2021, we're going to roll out that live feature. So, you or somebody else can step in and answer the
Hmm.
questions on live mode with your audience. That way you don't leave them hanging. They don't think that the bot is dumb or doesn't know what it's talking
Yeah, you definitely want to stay away from the dumb bots.
about. Yeah.
Live mode's interesting. That'll be awesome. And these work with like ClickFunnels and okay,
hmm Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Pretty much, if your website, whatever platform you use to build your website, it should have like a HTML, JavaScript, CSS code element, right? Most of these platforms have it. 95% of them do. So if you did build your website on a platform that is not as popular as, like, ClickFunnels, Wix, WordPress, Shopify, send us an email. We can confirm whether this bot will work on that type of platform. But for the most part, yes, you need to have a website and it needs to be hosted on a platform. WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, Shopify, ClickFunnels, so on and so forth.
Okay, yeah, right on, right on. Okay, so if kind of walking through this and why it matters, what you can do with it, how you can use it, well, what's coming, like the live feature that you mentioned. Where's the best place to go find this?
Yeah, so I shouldn't be telling you guys this because we're going to be losing money, but it's okay. The reason why I want to share this information is because you're part of Chris's inner circle, and this is the least that I can do to give back. So we actually launched on AppSumo, where you guys can literally save more than 60% off. So our lifetime deal on our website is still reasonable, but I would advise you to get it off AppSumo because you're going to be saving at least 60%. Now, it's the AppSumo deal is only for the pro version. So we have the basic, the pro, and the elite on our website. You can go ahead and take a look at it and compare the differences between all the plans later after the session ends. But you can find it on AppSumo, the pro plan, for $149. It's a lifetime deal.
I
And
think this is it. I've-
there it is.
uh,
There it is. Yep. You're one step ahead of me.
So appsumo.com, if anyone's fan of Noah Kangen, lots of different tools here. And this is cool. And you can also see like different examples too. That's kind of cool. These little things that are going by.
Hmm. Yeah.
What's the one that stood out to me? It was this one. I think this one. Yeah, like so here's the green screen thing. So if you want it to be you that's actually, for your company and your funnel right next there, which I don't know, that kind of interests me.
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
It's more professional, right, than the caricature. I get it. Depending on what your business model is, your market, yeah, it can definitely serve a better need than the actual avatar itself.
here's the pro plan you were talking about.
Exactly. So
Cool.
if you actually go, so if you don't mind, Chris, go back to the Cubitize website,
Sure.
real quick, and then if you just put a slash, so go to the URL, so cubitize.com, and then slash, and then just type pricing. So when you land on that page, you'll be able to compare what features, right? All the features that this plan comes with. If you scroll down, we're selling that for close to $400, the pro plan on our website. So it is a massive savings if you get it off AppSumo. If you scroll down just a little bit more, keep going, keep going.
Oh, I
There is a
see.
comparison, and you can click on those blue hyperlinks so that you can find out some more information about what these features actually entail.
Oh,
Right?
okay, cool.
Yep.
Makes total sense. Okay, cool. Right on. If someone wanted if they get this and then they upgrade to the elite, is that possible?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, view plan, I see. Okay. And lifetime deal. Usually these lifetime deals, like those are the ones you want to. There's another software I was looking at, and I was like, dang it, I should have got the lifetime deal because now it's like the same price, but it's monthly. I was like, shoot.
Exactly.
um, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how software.
Yeah, because we really don't know, honestly, guys. I wish we can give you a hard date, but we don't know when AppSumo is actually going to take down this offer. To be honest with you, it can be today, tomorrow, the next millennium. We don't know. So if you are interested, I would suggest you just grab it while the deal lasts. Um, so just keep that in mind.
Perfect. Yeah, man. I appreciate you spending some time to come out here. I thought this would be really valuable for all the other sales ascenders to hear. We're constantly listening to just creative ideas, solutions of how to run our businesses. This is one I never really thought of, and I didn't spend too much time on. And solving the problem of building connection and building know, like, and trust, looking for all these little tools and things create an experience, and being focused on that. Man, the entrepreneur and business owner that really nails that, people end up buying, but they might not even know exactly why they're buying. More, but they all add to the experience and help a ton. So thank you for being a part of that conversation.
My pleasure, Chris. Thanks for having me on board and giving me the opportunity to showcase 3D Chat Buddy to your audience. I hope you guys
Yeah.
got some valuable input from it. If not, no worries. And if you need to reach me, you can always reach me at support@cubitize.com. Is there a way for me to put that somewhere in the chat, or do you want to send?
I can put a note, note down to include that in the description. So,
Okay, no problem.
um, yeah, so I'll write that down. Before we go, I always like to ask people doing the whole business owner entrepreneur journey, or I like to refer to us, leaders as business artists. um, we have this crazy idea where we don't want to work for somebody else 80 hours, 70 hours, 90 hours in your case a week. We have this better idea where we're just going to go work for ourselves like 100 hours a week. And then we get hopefully a lot of us get a little bit wiser, start putting teams and systems around us and continuing to grow. That all said, it takes a lot of work. There's so much self-development that one goes through to even be able to take that type of leap and stay that way. Why you? Why for you? What drives you and keeps you moving forward and going down a path as crazy as entrepreneurship?
That's a great question, Chris. I just feel like I have a bigger purpose in this world that we live in, right? I don't want to just work with, I'm sorry to say, excuse my language, shitty employer. I'm just going to feel miserable the rest of my life. I want to do something that I love to do. And like I told you before, ever since I was 18 years old, I've just been so found with technology. This is my love and passion. Do what you love. If you want to be a janitor, but you love what you do, that's what matters most. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I have passion, I have motivation, and you only live life once on this planet. So it's like, why not just make it the best, make it count at the end of the day? So that's what drives me, Chris. Those, the 100 hours that I'm working right now and before, they don't feel like 100 hours because I'm actually loving what I'm doing.
Being connected to what you're doing. Well, it's definitely felt. It's definitely felt. Your passion's felt. Hopefully, I'm sure others watching and listening today felt the same thing. Thank you for spending some time with us and letting us step into your world a little bit.
It's my pleasure. Thanks again, guys, for having me on board. God bless you all.
All right, we'll see you guys next. Sales Center will see you next week with more spotlights, more tools, tips, resources, strategy, all the things that business owners want to know. We're in the front lines meeting a ton of people right now and spotlighting the ones that are rising to the top. So have a great week, rest of your week and weekend. We'll see you back.